morning, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be dehydrating some of these little mini bell peppers, the little sweet peppers you get at like Costco and Sam's. We love these things. I love to cook them up. I love to, split them open and put cream cheese in them. They're delicious. But I've got several bags. I'm afraid they're going to go bad before I get them all used up. So we're going to dehydrate them. So I'm just going to slice them like into ring shape, I believe this time, and take the seeds out, and then put them on my dehydrator trays, if I could talk this morning, and get them dehydrated up, so then I can throw them in stews, or I can, reconstitute them and eat them that way. But I love them. They're delicious. So let's make some dehydrated mini bell peppers. Okay, so I've got 2 full bags. I think they're about 1.5 pounds each bag of these peppers, and some of them are getting a little wilty, but they'll still be fine to dehydrate as long as there's no, we'll have to look, there's no bruise spots or, yeah, like that one right there. Yeah, that's got, yeah, that one's gone. So anyways, I rinsed them all off. That one I didn't see. That one I can cut the end off of. Okay, don't you just love this colander? Isn't it beautiful? I got this, it's a whole set at Costco. This is the biggest one. Then there's a medium one and a small one. And I just think they're beautiful. And they're different colors. Like this one's bright blue. The other one is like an aqua color. And then, I can't remember what color the little one is. But anyway, so let's get to cutting these up. I've got a bowl set off to the side where I can put the seeds into. And we're just going to get them on our dehydrator trays and get them going. The chickens will get this part. They love that. And so let's get the seeds out, because we don't want those. Well, that wouldn't hurt. And we're just going to cut them into rings. About 1/4 inch. Something like that. See, they're getting a little soft. But they're gonna dehydrate just fine. Just like that. And I'm just gonna start laying them on my dehydrator trays. Just like that. Like I said, I love these peppers. We buy them every time we go to Costco or Sam's. I always pick some up, because then I can, like I said, I can dehydrate them. I can pick them up, put them in the freezer. Make pickles out of them, which I might do next time, but this time I just wanted to dehydrate them. And I also have some celery in my refrigerator that I think I'm going to add if I don't have enough peppers to fill up my 9 trays in my Excalibur. Then I will definitely, that's a little wrinkly there, get rid of that. Chickens will get that part. I'm going to add some of the celery to it. And I also have some cherry tomatoes over there that I might throw into it. We'll see. We'll see how much these peppers fill up a tray. Yeah, you can tell they're a little bit soft, but and like I said, you dehydrate them, then you can throw them in a stew or soup, and they will reconstitute as it's cooking. Or you can go ahead and reconstitute it and throw it in your salad, or however you want. Oops, these. My chickens, they love the seeds too. They'll eat those, and they're not hot, so. My chickens are spoiled. They get all kinds of healthy snacks. Uh-oh. There goes one on the floor. But I don't think Jax will eat that. The chickens will. Okay. I did a Azure Standard haul. So you might want to check that out. I need to, my next one I will go over the prices of what I paid for stuff. I keep forgetting to do that. That's a little pepper. No seeds, just membrane. that out of there. Yep. Don't cut your finger because these ceramic knives are sharp. Sharp, sharp, sharp. I hope everyone's having a blessed day. It's raining here in Arkansas. It's stormed last night, and so our 3 dogs, who sleep with us, kept us up all night because they're freaked out by the thunder. So now they're all sleeping. Of course, they can sleep during the day. My husband is out doing some electrical wiring for one of his good friends' new shop that they're building. A metal shop. So he's out doing his electrician skills. Okay. All right. So far that's what I've got on the tray. Look how beautiful. I love them. And I'm going to keep filling this tray up, and I will bring you back and show you when it's full before I put it in the dehydrator. Okay, here's one full tray, and I am going to spray it with some pure lemon juice, the big bottle of lemon juice. I just added to this little spray bottle that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to give it a good spray of lemon juice. This kind of helps retain the color. It's not going to affect the flavor. Okay. Alright, we're going to get this in the dehydrator, and we're going to start doing another one. Okay, I'm also going to chop up this. I have some extra celery in my refrigerator I want to get rid of. Not rid of, but dehydrate. And I'm cutting it in bigger chunks because I've done a video on celery dehydrating. And if you cut them too small, they dry up to like nothing. So hopefully this will help keep it a little bit bigger size because it's mostly water. But I can throw it in with the peppers after they're all dehydrated, and then I can just throw the whole thing in the stew. So I'm trying to cut them 1/4 inch long, something like that, best you can. And we'll see, because I got 2 trays and then just a partial one that I'm putting the celery on with the peppers. And then I may do some little cherry tomatoes too in another tray. Those will take a little bit longer to dry, but it's still the same temperature of 125 degrees in my Excalibur dehydrator. I'm just cutting off the ends of these. And they've already been washed. Splitting them, making them just a little skinnier. Just like that. I'm going to keep doing this, and I'll bring you back maybe for the tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to do some of these little cherry tomatoes from Costco, and you can get them at Sam's too, and get those put on the dehydrator. Now, these are going to take a little longer to dry than what the peppers and celery is going to take. But these are wonderful to snack on after they're dehydrated. Oh my gosh, they're so sweet. These are pretty juicy. So some of the juice is coming out, which is fine, because that will take forever to dry with that in it. But I wonder if I did it this way, how it would work. I might try a couple that way, just to see how long it takes. And it might take longer, because basically we're just going to eat these. I don't think I'm going to put them in a container. We'll see. I'll do a few like that. And I'll do some sideways. Slicing it. I can always leave the other ones on if they're not completely dry. Love tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. So I'm going to keep on slicing and we'll see if I can get at least a full tray of these, and then the rest we'll just eat on with salad or whatever. Normally I get the heirloom ones at Sam's or Costco that are the different colors, but they didn't have any this time. They just had the regular, this color, red cherry looking ones, and they're still good. But I do like the little orange, or the little heirloom ones the best. But I've planted it right now out there on my seed starting tray. I've got quite a few tomatoes that are germinating, so they're coming up. The last frost date here in Arkansas is April 8th, I believe. And I'll insert some pictures of our plant beds. We went out front. My husband and I weeded it. He did most of it because I just couldn't get down on my knees to do it. But we watched Hollis and Nancy's Homestead here on YouTube, and they have a recipe for mixing up your own potting soil. And so we're following that recipe because we have to fill that bed up, and we got 2 of those metal watering troughs like you water your cattle or horses with. I think they're the 2 feet deep ones, and they're more the oval than the round. And I'll put pictures in the video. And we've got those just about filled up. We'll have to top them off once we get stuff planted. But I've got turnips that are coming up. I've got zucchini that's coming up from the seed. I have all kinds of tomatoes. I have some herbs because I think what I want to do is that main big bed out there that we weeded out. It was, for the longest time, we just had wood as the box, and it just rotted out, and so we ended up getting just cinder blocks, and we did 2 high cinder blocks, and then I saw on Pinterest the caps that you could put on them to finish it off, and it's beautiful now. So now I think I'm going to turn that into my medicinal herb bed, and maybe some vegetables too, we'll see. But I've got chamomile coming up, I've got basils, cinnamon basil, lemon basil. What else do I have coming up out there? Chamomile. I just planted some calendula in the seeds in the little seed thing, so hopefully those will come up. And because I want to start creating my herbal apothecary for home use to start with. You know, for basic colds and the flu and that kind of stuff. So, fevers. I've been purchasing a lot of medicinal herbs from different places. A couple on Etsy, Southern Seed Exchange on Etsy. What else? Baker's Creek. A couple more that I have. Well, that one's no good. That's one thing about these little tomatoes. You have to eat them fast or they start going bad. Okay, I'm going to keep cutting these up and see if I can get a full tray, and I will bring you back when I'm at the dehydrator. Okay, here we are at the dehydrator. I have a partial of little cherry tomatoes here, another full one here. I'm going to kind of slice them different a little bit just to see how they dry. I have celery, so 2 things of celery, and then bell pepper, or little mini bell peppers. So beautiful. Come up there just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I've got it set at 125 degrees, and it's probably going to take about 12 hours. The tomatoes may take a little longer. We shall see, but I will bring you back when they're all finished, and we're going to put them in jars and seal them up for our food storage. Okay, here are my dehydrated celery, little mini bell peppers that we pick up at Costco, and some cherry tomatoes that we picked up at Costco. So I'm going to show you. Here's the tomato. I like when I slice them in half better than slicing them, you know, in individual slices. They didn't stick. These don't stick to your dehydrated tray like the other ones do. So I've got a mess to clean up. But if you listen, you hear that snap? They're great as a snack. But I went ahead and put them in with my bell peppers and my celery. And I'll put them in jars for soups. Okay, so let me find a bell pepper here. Can you hear that? That's the way they should be. They should have a snap to them. That means they're perfectly dried. And the celery too. Perfectly dried. And I've let them cool off after taking them out of the dehydrator, so they will, you know, not be any moisture as far as heat-wise sealed up in a jar. So now we're going to start sealing them in our jars. I'm going to use pint-sized wide mouth today. And it's going to look beautiful in the jar too. So let's switch it down just a bit. And we're just going to start scooping it in. My jars are sterilized, of course, washed and sterilized. I checked for any cracks in the lids. Look at that. Beautiful. This would be nice to give in a gift basket too. Maybe some pasta, homemade or just regular pasta, dried pasta from the store would be nice. Some sauce. That kind of gives me an idea. Okay, because once you put it in moist and wet, like sauce or whatever, it's going to reconstitute it all. Okay, so we're going to take our seal. These are brand new jars, so this seal is brand new, but you can use reused seals as long as they're not bent or. And I'm going to take my wide mouth mason jar thing. I'm going to put you up just a little bit more here. And then we're gonna, so far I'm liking my Izio Food Saver, my regular Food Saver. Okay, here we go. And here we go. This is the external back. And sometimes you can hear it ping, and sometimes you can't. But I didn't hear it, but let's take this off. And then we're going to see. Yep, it's sealed. So there's one. Let's do another one. I'm not sure how many I'll get. I've washed and sterilized 4 jars, so hopefully that's enough. Okay. And I'm going to wipe off the rim. Not with vinegar, it's just a plain paper towel for fingerprints. You don't need to wipe the jars with vinegar. Turn my jar around here. Seal. Okay. So I'm hoping I get 4. Okay, you gotta stop it. Okay, there we go. I felt it suck down. That's interesting. Okay, let's take this off. There's number 2. And you don't have to put an oxygen absorber in here. You can if you want to, but I don't normally do that with this stuff. Yeah, I think I'm only going to get 3 jars. Then the rest. Yep. Got just a little bit left. I'll just put it in a small baby jar and use it here, making some soup or something tomorrow. Okay. Last seal. Yep. 2 stuck together. Okay. Front of my jar. Okay. Stop. Okay. All right, look at that. 3 beautiful jars, pint jars of just store-bought veggies. It's great if you have it from your own garden, which this summer we'll have, probably not celery, but you know, just different things from your garden that you can actually freeze dry or dehydrate and freeze dry. We have a freeze dryer too that my husband is changing the pump system over. He built a new table for it, so we're going to have videos coming up with freeze drying, so stay tuned for that. But dehydrating is just as nice. I like it. Certain things, you know, don't do as well as far as freeze drying, but vegetables, fruits, yes, have to make sure they're really, really dry. Make sure your jars are really, really dry, because any moisture will ruin it, obviously. But yeah, so now I have 3 jars of miniature tomatoes, mini bell peppers, and celery to throw in a soup or a stew or something. So I love it. It excites me every time I dehydrate. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you give it a thumbs up. Give it a like, or like, same thing, I guess, a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of you. And I will catch you in my next video. Bye.